Today on the channel, we got some projects we got to get done in a flash with the DC Multiverse McFarlane Toys Gold Label exclusive Project Superman and the Flash.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another DC Multiverse McFarlane Toys unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we've got two Target exclusive figures. We got Project Superman, and we've got the Flash. But for all your non-Target exclusive needs, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $79, guess what? It does ship free. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We're going to start off with Project Superman, and we're going to save my buddy the Flash for the main event. So we're going to start with Project Superman, and this is a figure I know absolutely nothing about. I believe this is Superman when he was like locked in the basement and he didn't get any sunlight. Kind of like my basement right here. There's no sunlight here. There's no damaging UV rays to the figures. Pro tip out there, as we always do say. But Superman, I think, was locked away from the sun. Without the sun, he doesn't have any powers. And bam, we got a project. We got Project Superman. And this was an easy pass for me at retail. Had real no needs for this one. Don't have experience with Project Superman. All that kind of stuff if you see my figure hunts. However, dropped down to $7.49. And I really do want to build this cyborg. And I said, you know what? Those Build-A-Figure pieces would cost me $7.49. I'll pick it up at that clearance price. I'll be okay. Of course, I missed the Aquaman that had the cyborg parts. I'm going to track either that figure down or at least the Build-A-Figure parts eventually. And then, of course, Flash here comes with some Build-A-Figure parts. So we're working our way through the cyborg. It's going to be a slow build, but for $7.49, couldn't really pass that up. As we always do say, got to get a deal because I could theoretically probably sell this Superman for $2 or $3. Get some of my money back if I needed to. So the more you know, the more you know. But there it is. They've got the gold label badging on the front right there. DC Multiverse, Cyborg Build-A-Figure, Cyborg pieces, big blue background that really does pop on the shelf if you ask me. And you got Superman only looking like a Superman could look if he was part of a project. Maybe the Alan Parsons project. Who knows what project he's a part of, but he's part of a project, that's for sure, because it says right here, Project Superman. And it also says it over here. So we know the projects are just abounding right now. What a project. There it is. You got a little cyborg action on the back, little cross-cell, a little of this, a little of that, a little bit of the other. Nothing to talk about. Nothing going on. So we're going to see what's going on in the Superman world with the Project Superman. Let's get him out of the package here. There it is, packaging. See you later. Goodbye. And can I do it non-rookie style? Can I do it like a true professional? And that's how a professional does it. Bam! See you later off the screen. Get that old card out there. Of course, we got the DC stand. We've seen these a million times. Not a professional in that. See you later. But we've seen those stands a million times. We don't need it. But let's see what it says about our friend. Project Superman, Kal-El, Subject 1. Spent most of his life being experimented on both physically and psychologically. But when he gets a chance to escape, will he take it if it means destroying everything and everyone around him? A chance meeting with a young future reporter might hold the key to his decision. Frightened, scared, and out of the world for the first time, Subject 1 must learn what it means to go from man to Superman. Oh, riveting, 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 riveting. I don't know what I think about that one, but it's part of the Flashpoint saga, I believe. So if you're familiar with that, you know all about the old Project Superman. And he's really locked in there. They got twist ties everywhere on this little guy. We got twist ties on the Cyborg Build-A-Figure parts. We got twist ties on Superman. Like usual, not messing around here. They love having these guys locked in. They don't want anybody stealing them. And obviously, nobody really wanted to steal this Project Superman figure. Because I do think this was a bit of a failure as far as retail goes. I don't know if this one quite resonated. And I think that's a pretty fair assessment because of the deep, deep clearance on this figure. And it ended up going down to, like I said, I got it for $7.49. I'm sure some people might even have got it cheaper than that, if possible. There we go. Cyborg pieces. There we go. See you later. Goodbye. Get out of here. So we do get two pieces. 2 arms, it looks like. Yep, 2 arms for Cyborg. Slow build-a-figure game on old Cyborg here, but we'll stick these to the side for when that day comes, when that day does come. But let's take a look at old Project Superman right here. Looking interesting. Really doesn't look like a Superman that I'm accustomed to. Looks almost like a Superboy in a lot of ways. He's got that very pale skin. He's been locked in the basement, locked in the London dungeon like a young Misfits. He's just not getting out, so he's got that really sickly pale skin tone on him, and really not a lot going on this figure. And this is great for a custom, though. If you're looking to make customs of figures or want to try customs on figures, $749 is a heck of a price point. Not a lot of color to this. You could easily paint this over black, have a black base body here, and then you can do whatever you want from there. So customizers I could see jumping in on this figure, especially at that cheap price point. This would be a great practice figure. If I want to take it up to the old arts and crafts room and say, hey Elle, hey Emma, let me borrow some of your paints. I got a job to do. I can easily do it on this one. So definitely something to look at for customizers out there. He just got a Fist of Fury. I always appreciate that on a figure. Then you got a splayed out hand as well. But definitely a sickly looking Superman figure. There's no doubt about it. He's got bags under his eyes. He's got that haircut, though, you can set a Superman watch to if you need to. There's no doubt about it. And I guess Project 1, he's got the S on his chest, but not the familiar S on his chest. That is for sure. Articulation, he's got the butterfly shoulders. Arms do go around. Bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. Hands back forth side to side. Those big old balls kind of there at the wrist. I'm not a big fan of. Same thing down here at the legs. You do get the hula hoop at the top, a little traditional waist, a little bit of diaper, black diaper action going on. Big old splits if you need them. Double jointed knees, and then ankles back forth side to side. And then, of course, the patented McFarlane Toys toe articulation. It is definitely here. Definitely a reuse from a Superboy body mold, I do believe here, so you get the most out of your molds. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate deep cut, and if you're a big fan of Superman in the Flashpoint, I can see you wanting this one, but I think from what I'm seeing, at least with my eyes at retail, not a ton of big fans on this Superman figure. I just don't know if it quite resonated out there, but there it is. There he is, Superboy, the Project Superman, I guess technically is his name. An interesting one, and for me, more about the Build-A-Figure pieces than the actual Superman. So you choose your own adventure there, how you're going to go about it, or if you picked it up at all. Now this one, very excited for. I did pick this one on the road to PowerCon. Stopped in a Target in... Where was I? Somewhere in between Illinois and Ohio. There you go. Somewhere in between there, I picked up this on the road. But it is, of course, old Flash looking good. You got the Cyborg parts again. You got the gold label, Flash, Cyborg stuff. All the bells and whistles. 22 points of articulation, McFarlane Toys. And a very cool, regular Flash figure. That's what I've been looking for. I really want my Super Friends line. And what's going to happen, I'm going to buy all these ones ancillary over these years. Then they're going to say, just like the Batman Animated Series line coming out, they're going to say, you know what? We're going to do a Superpowers line, and then they're just going to re-release all those, and I'm going to be like, man, why did I get all these other ones in the past? So is the life of the collector there, but do love the looks of Flash. Very simple, but so iconic. Absolutely do love this. Love the both head sculpts on this as well. I think that is very neat. Once again, Flashpoint Flash right there. The Flash on the side. On the back, Cyborg once again representing. We got the Build-A-Figure Rogues Gallery down here, or lineup, I guess we'll call it. So we got that going on. 22 points articulation on the old Flash guy right here. We're going to pull it out. Oh, we're always pulling it out, whipping it out here on the channel. See you later. Goodbye. And can I non-rookie do this one? Let's see. Oh, yeah, I'm getting to be a professional here. See you later. Goodbye. Just a professional, except on the stands. I suck at the stands. See you later. What are we doing? Oh, I got it, I guess. Never mind. I was okay. I got this one here. Bam. See you later. Goodbye. And now we got the old Flash. There he is in the old plastic prison. Look at that. He's ready to go. He's ready to get out of all these twist ties. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. You got to lock the Flash down. I mean, he is super fast. I don't know if you guys ever tried to race him. I think he only lost one race outside. I think he might have lost to Superman one time. But I do believe, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, and this is 1989 Ricky Henderson we're talking about. We're talking about the man, the myth, the legend, Ricky Henderson. Nobody beats Ricky on the bases, and I think they went out to Oakland Coliseum one night, and they said, all right, let's see who can win. Who can go to first to second the fastest? And I think Ricky Henderson beat him by like a good foot or two, I believe it was. Somebody can fact check that. I'm sure Oakland A's fans out there remember it all too well. I'm sure it was a very memorable occasion out there. But nobody will ever forget the time that Ricky said, put the money down, Flash. Let's settle this once and for all. Uh-oh, twist ties locked in, missed it. Yeah, once and for all, let's settle this. And Ricky, of course, being Ricky, Not messing around. Not messing around. Henderson style. See you later. Shout out to Ricky Henderson. Shout out to Dave Henderson. Oh, Dave. We miss you, Dave. We miss you. Anyways, let's read the back on Flash. See what all the fuss is about with old Flashpoint Flash. Flashing around. Real name Barry Allen. In a freak lab accident, forensic scientist Barry Allen was struck by lightning and doused with chemicals. Never a good day at the office. Workman's comp. I hear it right there. Which gave him the superpowers of the Speed Force. Now he uses these powers to defend the hometown of Central City and the rest of the world from the forces of evil as the Flash. The fastest man alive, debatable, can run up the sides of buildings, across oceans, and around the world at light speed. He can also vibrate his molecules to phase through solid objects. Wow, that's a good one to have, I'd say. So there you go, the old Flash. One of my dad's all-time favorites. That's true. It's a true story. He loves the Flash. He loves himself some Hawkman. So shout out to my dad. There you go. Now we got the old Flash here. I guess we'll look at Cyborg. We got the Cyborg pieces. So we got legs, we got arms. Can I hear a head? Can I hear a body? Hopefully eventually here, but we got some Cyborg pieces. Looking only like a Cyborg can look, no doubt about it. So we do got those for a rainy day when we do complete the old Cyborg. So there it is. Now we got the Flash here, and man, this is like my kind of Flash. Now we do get the human head, you know what I mean, the regular head here, and a lot of people have said, hey, use this for Aquaman. It might even be the same Aquaman with the Cyborg, because that head is absolutely terrible. You could use this, and that's one of the things. It's just a blonde look. Could be Captain America, could be Aquaman. Choose your own Barry Allen adventure, who you want it to be. I like the looks of this one, but for me, I got to display Flash with his mask on. I just got to. That's Flash to me. It's superpowers Flash to me. But definitely a good-looking guy. This is a guy, I'd go on a date with him. If he asked me out, you want to go for a pizza? Yeah, I'll go for a pizza. Sure, why not? I mean, just a good-looking guy here. Just a good all-American kid is what we got going on right here. Looking good with the blonde hair, kind of a little bit of smile there, just all around good head. And like I said, you could reuse it for a lot of other things. Then you get the traditional Flash head, you got the red mask, you got the same skin tone going on. Definitely a good looking version of Flash. Got the wings kind of on his ears. All day long, it's Flash. When you think of Flash, this is what you think of. So this is, to me, out of all the McFarlane Toys Flash figures we've had so far, we've had animated ones, other stuff, this one really fits home the closest so far. The closest so far for what I'm looking for in a Flash figure. Now he's all in red here, of course. Got a yellow belt, yellow a little bit on his forearms. I got a little scuffage there on the back end. That's unfortunate. Big old yellow boots going on down here as well. But besides that, we're red across the board. No extra hands or anything. He does have a gripping hand. He just got a Flash Fist of Fury just in case he needs to run by somebody real fast and give him a little punch along the way. He can do that. Of course, the iconic Flash logo in the chest there. And you do got the cowl all kind of down here. So you pop this head off, you take this off with it. Keep those together, so the more you know right there. But I do like that attention to detail. Instead of it just being unmasked, you got it kind of folded down version there. I think that looks really, really nice. Articulation can be the same as over here. You got the butterfly shoulders, bicep cut, double jointed elbows, hands back, forth, side to side, all kinds of movement out of those hands. Got the hula hoop at the top, a little bit of traditional waist, those big old Flash splits if you need them, double jointed knees, no boot cut, but you do get the ankle side to side, back and forth, and of course the toe articulation that's much needed for a guy like Flash, no doubt about it. But definitely a good figure. I got no issues with this one. I'm happy I picked this one up. I'm not sure if this one will see a $7.49 clearance like Project Superman did. I just think this is a bit of an iconic look to the Flash, and I think a lot of collectors and ancillary collectors, like somebody like my dad, he's an ancillary collector. He'd pick up his definitive version of Hawkman, and he might pick up this Flash on one of his Target runs. He might say, Target run and done, I got my Flash figure and I left, and he might do that. You never know. We'll stay tuned. We'll ask him next time he's on the channel. But definitely a good Flash. One of the better McFarlane figures this year as far as core characters, and core to me always goes back to the Super Friends, as I always say. So I'm here for this. This is playing all the right hits for me. Definitely a pickup for me. I'm glad I picked this one up. This one, $7.49, I feel like you can't be hurt at that price, especially with the Build-A-Figure pieces and parts. I'm okay with that as well. So an interesting Flashpoint unboxing, no pun intended, is what we got going on right here today. But what are your thoughts? Are you picking these two up? Long game, passing, totally passing? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn on that old notification button. That old pesky notification bell. You got to turn that thing on every once in a while. hit that up, of course. And don't forget about Patreon for early access to videos like this, bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, Q&As, you name it, all going on over the old Patreon channel. And best of all, you do support the channel and all the content this channel does bring. You can also support the channel at PetersonTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget social media, Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for a little Flash and Project Superman, I'm Project Kyle, always in project. See you guys all real soon.